a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here.
And here we are at Cambrian Hall as the giant chandelier provides light for what should be a fantastic showdown. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Todd.
First up we have the monster, Zhu Kang, fighting out of Beijing, China. An entire country hopes that this man can get the job.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the light orange trunks with light orange trim, Lightning Hands. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Beijing, China, introducing the acclaimed featherweight champion of the world, known as the Monster, Zhu Kang.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Insane action. There's a counter shot. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do. If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. Counter shot. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Let him back into the fight. We're way better than this guy.
Good work. That's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
Switch on. Get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Nice exchange here from both men. Nice counter. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with the hook. The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. Punch, counter punch. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Good work. You were thinking. Now don't...
Jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back. We go again.
We can take him out. He's ready to go.
Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. That counter punch caught him clean. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The jab doesn't quite connect. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Love that jab slick. Just keep him on.
Bad round. We don't care. We don't care.
Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The charts action from both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And that jab just missed with the left hand. And he just missed with that left jab. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Both men step back for just a moment. A perfect counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Focus, get your mind back on the job.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
And there's the bell to start round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Those counter punches have to hurt. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Incredible work rate. Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punching. That counter shot lands. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this...
Fighting, he's gonna be confident.
There's the bell to start round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter punch. They exchange punches. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Counter punch caught him clean. Nope, that jab not going to score. That counter shot lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, what a result.
Welcome to the very mysterious. Patrick.
This bout,
We've waited a long time. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Good counter punch. Hold it right there. And that could be the beginning of the end for Rocco. How did they survive that?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
A perfect counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. That hook doesn't score. They block the jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, you know what, I'd be...
Here we go for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. There's a counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Oh, what a punch! Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.